I'm Ben Data, CEO of Food Maven and a Denver Startup Week co-founder. Denver Startup Week has always been about community. And today, it's more important than ever to show how we can come together to create opportunities out of the challenges that we face. Opportunities for every member of the community. Hi, before we dive in, we want to say a special thank you to our 2020 Denver Startup Source, Friday Health, Quizlet, Exactly, Zayo, and Zestful. Our headline event sponsors are bringing the excitement this week. Thank you to Wix, Kenzen, MAPR Agency, Obsidian HR, Kickstart Fund, Promontory Mortgage, Molson Coors, and Comcast. Finally, thank you to our partner and member sponsors listed on the screen. Thank you for your support of Denver Startup Week. You help make all of this possible.
At Zayo, our fiber fuels global innovation. Everything we do, everything we can imagine. Never in history has innovation happened at such a rapid pace. And all of it depends on bandwidth connectivity. Millions of miles of Zayo's fiber span the globe, traveling unique routes, providing dense metro footprints, offering next-generation solutions. We didn't just see the future of fiber, we built it. We delivered it. Every millisecond, our fiber is fueling crucial operations, breakthroughs, and innovations for the world's most impactful companies. Companies that are disrupting the status quo, igniting imaginations, revolutionizing industries, and creating brand new ones. Our customers are advancing wireless communication, transforming healthcare, changing education, revolutionizing transportation, redefining banking, powering retail, and upping the game in esports. These innovators rely on Zayo's fast, secure fiber networks to connect their offices, factories, data centers, clouds, exchanges, venues, and more. Ultimately, fueling innovation and transforming lives. And behind those fiber connections, Zayo is all about human connections. We take ownership in all we do. Our employees take the initiative to deliver trusted solutions to every customer and make their experience effortless. We are energetic and entrepreneurial, a partner to rely on. We are Zayo. We are working with our customers on what comes next, constantly anticipating what can be. We are fueling global innovation that is changing the world.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Denver Startup Week. My name is Jay Zasheen. I'm the Technology and Operations Chair for Denver Startup Week and a member of the Denver Startup Week Organizing Committee. Thank you for joining us for our first ever virtual Denver Startup Week. If 2020 has taught us anything, it's that we are more powerful when we come together as a community to share ideas and help make each other better. And here we are, virtually, showing the world what Denver is made of. At Denver Startup Week, we strive to make our sessions a place where all attendees can connect, learn, and grow, regardless of age, gender identity, gender expression, race, ability, sexual orientation, or the combination of any of those. There's something for everyone at DSW. Thank you for joining us. And now here we go.
Thank you, Denver Startup Week, for giving us this platform in order to share our message and our mission. And thank you all for coming to our session. We are so excited to share what we do and how you can help us. Hi, I'm Ananya, and I'm the co-founder and executive director of Aspire Education Connections.
Hi, I'm Jasenia and the co-founder / executive director of Aspire.
Welcome to our presentation, Revolutionizing Access to Educational Resources, brought to you by Aspire Education Connections.
So before we begin, we wanted to do a short little trivia to see just how much you all know. We will give you a few trivia questions, and you will have 10 seconds for each one, and then we will go over the answers. Good luck.
All right. How many students live in poverty in the US? A, 2 million, B, 10 million, C, 15 million, and D, 30 million.
Next question. How much more money do white school districts get than non-white school districts? A, $22 million, B, $54 million, C, $13 billion, or D, $23 billion.
What percentage of Black students have access to college readiness courses / resources? A, 80%, B, 68%, C, 52%, or D, 42%.
All right, now let's go over the answers. Let's see how you all did. So for the first question, how many students live in poverty in the United States? The answer was C. Approximately 15 million students live in poverty and thus face the challenges of not having enough resources or support to get through school in the ways that they want to.
How much more money do white school districts get than non-white school districts? The answer is D. Even after accounting for wealth disparities, the United States invests significantly more money to educate children in white communities.
And for the last question, what percentage of Black students have access to college readiness courses / resources? The answer was C, 57%. African American students are less likely than white students to have access to college-ready courses. In fact, in 2011 to 2012, only 57% of Black students have access to a full range of math and science courses necessary for college readiness, compared to 81% of Asian American students and 71% of white students.
How'd it go? Were you shocked? Well, we were when we first heard about it.
Hi, my name is Ananya, and I'm one of the co-founders of Aspire. Our story started about a year and a half ago, when I was talking to one of my good friends, Sarah, at our school. I asked her why she wasn't in the International Baccalaureate program in our school, which is another program similar to the AP program with more rigor. When she said no, I asked her why, expecting an answer with something about the course rigor, about how much homework. Surprised me. She said that her parents couldn't afford paying for all the tests and the costs that the program would entail, and that she would much rather have her siblings take the classes, take the tests, or programs that they want to. And the most surprising part of all this, throughout this entire time she was telling me this, she didn't have a bit of sadness or regret in her face. She was happy to give up something for the well-being of her friends and family. However, for me, as a person who's always had the resources or programs that I need, this was disheartening. A friend of mine had to give up an opportunity because of a circumstance she could not control. Well, I knew that I had to do something about it. And so I gathered a group of friends and we started our first project.
Sorry about that. And thus we created AspireBox. AspireBox consisted of just a couple of friends of ours and homemade boxes that we made for people to drop off their test prep books, whether they be ACT, SAT, or IB books. We started by talking to our school counselor because he already knew about the educational disparity that people were experiencing, and he was so excited to help us. And he created a survey that we distributed to our peers to see what requests they had, what books they wanted. And then on our end, we contacted seniors and families in the community to donate their lightly used test prep books instead of buying brand new books. And by doing this, it turned from a small scale group project into a large scale nonprofit organization.
We knew with a passionate group of people with creative ideas and mindsets that they want to help people, we knew we could do a lot. So we created a 501c3 nonprofit aiming to give resources to students from low-income backgrounds in order to alleviate this education disparity that we were eyewitnessing.
We use a three-pronged approach in order to tackle three multiple facets of the problem. The first one is educate, which means to educate the public about the educational disparity.
We believe that if people truly understand the depth of the problem, they will be willing to help. However, they need to know about it. Our educate pillar consists of our efforts of trying to educate both schools, the public, and anyone else who is interested in learning about this education disparity so that they can help out. We do this through different infographics, different videos, different docu-series, articles, anything that can help people understand the problem at hand.
Our second pillar is activate, which entails the actual community service activities we do.
Our Activate pillar consists of all of our hands-on projects, whether it be the AspireBox, which first started this all, or other projects where we go into classrooms, give out resources, anything that involves giving intangible or tangible resources to students, the Activate pillar deals with.
And then finally, we have the Advocate pillar, which entails working from within.
We realize that we can only give so many books or resources to students. The real change happens when the system can change. Through our Advocate pillar, we hope to create a long-term change through change in policy, to urging politicians or local governments to give more support to students, whether it be monetarily or through resources. With our Advocate pillar, we talk to different experts in the field, influential people, as well as creating awareness campaigns to help advocate for change in our community.
So here are some of our projects.
As Jasmine already talked about, we had our AspireBox. We realized that many companies, students, schools, and libraries were throwing away very lightly used books that many students can need. A lot of these books have barely nothing written in them, and still have a lot of use for other people. Through the AspireBox project, we've been able to redistribute hundreds of textbooks, hundreds of prep books, and give it back to students in need.
Another one of our first projects was Classroom Connections. Ananya and I talked about how we can end this cycle early, and we arrived at the one conclusion is that we have to start at our elementary schools. So we contacted multiple local elementary schools and asked them if they would be interested in us conducting weekly workshops about academic skills, social skills, just how to succeed in the education sector. And then we finally heard back from Mr. Caston's fourth grade class, which is the class that you see in that picture there. What we found was quite amazing and inspiring. You would expect from a fourth grade class that attention span is low. They don't want to learn about this type of stuff. But within 2 workshops that we conducted there, they were so eager to learn, and they made tremendous progress in what they wanted to do, and just really taking all of the information in with great strides. And we also created and fostered amazing relationships with both the kids and the teacher, Mr. Castens, and he mentors us till this day.
You may be wondering what we have accomplished with these projects. With our Aspire Box project, we donated over 110 books to students across 7 different schools.
Through donations and sponsorships, we have collected $5,000 in donations.
With our Classroom Connections project, we conducted workshops with over 100 students in 3 different schools in low-income areas.
But we are ever growing. This is only our beginning, and we hope to do so much more to expand our impact.
Here's some of our upcoming projects and where we're heading in the next few months. Our first project that we're launching by the end of this month is our Aspire Network project. We realize that the college admissions process, as well as high school in general, can be very frustrating without proper support. Our Aspire Network project is aiming to create a college mentorship program, a college readiness mentorship program, as well as creating a community for students to have other people that can support them. Our goal is to create a community in which students can seek advice from other students, as well as college students who have already been through the process and have succeeded at it. They will get individualized support with their essays, finding the right scholarships for them, finding the right summer programs, or standout factors for them themselves, as well as having a community to lean on if they are stressed or they just need someone to talk to. We will provide that for them.
Another project that we are heading right now is our awareness campaign for mental health. Amidst the coronavirus, we've seen both the good and the bad, and the bad being mental health, especially with people our age. Everything seems so uncertain, whether it be with their own financial situation, their family situation, or college apps and things like that. It's very overwhelming for all of us. So in order to raise awareness about this mental health issue that is facing our generation, we want to advocate for change, whether it be through sparking uncomfortable conversations with administrators and adults to help foster, good mental health habits in our generation. This is something that we're in the midst of doing. Yes.
Another one of our exciting upcoming events is our virtual gala, which will be held in late October. We know that especially during this pandemic, a lot of students are suffering and may need more help. And what better way to raise money to help them than a gala fundraiser night filled with fun entertainment, a silent auction, and other fundraising activities that will help us raise even more money to give help to even more people while staying safe at home. If you are interested in donating or giving us items for the silent auction, either reach out to the email that will be shown to you in the end of this presentation, or just put your email in the chat and we will reach out to you. We really appreciate your support and hope to see you at our gala.
And our next upcoming project is creating a scholarship fund. We know that the COVID-19 crisis has left many parents and families in need of financial support. Through our scholarship fund, we aim to sponsoring the cost for AP and IB tests as well as providing micro grants for computers, technology, and any other programs that a student might not be able to afford without support. These other programs could include enrolling into different sports, buying different uniforms or materials for their programs, or even attending costly summer programs that they are interested in or have received admission into. Through our scholarship fund, we hope to help students have the opportunity to choose what they want to and not be forced into an option that they didn't want.
So, how are we different from other nonprofits?
We are a completely youth-led nonprofit being in the education environment. We are witnessing the issue firsthand and want to help our peers. In personalized support, unlike other nonprofits who mass distribute resources, we provide individualized support. We know that support is so important for students, so we create connection and support each and every student we individually aid.
And lastly, we take a proactive approach. We know that once a student faces difficulties, it's hard to reverse it. However, we can do our best to make sure that the student doesn't have to go through the aftermath of the obstacles they face. As Jasenia mentioned, we start with our Classroom Connections program to help foster students develop academic skills right from the beginning so they don't have to figure out how to adapt to the education environment and academic environment later on. In addition, with our book drives or other programs, we want to give students the resources that they need, whether it be technology, books, or other academic resources, before they realize it's too late to take another test, or it's too late if they have already not done well on a certain program or assignment. So our proactive approach tries to eliminate dealing with the aftermath and trying to foster good habits as well as proper resources so students can have them right from the beginning.
So, how can you help? Well, first you can follow us on our Instagram at aspire_education_. There you'll find infographics, other partnerships with other nonprofits, and other opportunities that we distribute to our community and our peers.
You can also visit our website, aspireeducationconnections.org. In our website, you'll find additional information about what we do. You can contact us as well as receive our monthly newsletter to understand what we're doing and what's our next steps.
And if you feel very passionate about our cause and want to help monetarily, you can donate money or items through our website or by emailing our team at admin@aspireeducationconnections.org.
And if you're even more passionate and want to help mentor us and do more for our community, you can also join the advisory board. The advisory board is for adults interested in helping us help others pretty much, and to guide us and to make sure we're doing what's right. In addition, you can also become a volunteer by going to our website and filling out the contact form, and we will let you know about how you can help us further.
And then you can also use the hashtag at Denver Startup Week and hashtag Aspire to share what you experienced regarding education.
Thank you so much for joining us at the 8th Annual Denver Startup Week, the largest free entrepreneurial event of its kind. We are so thankful for the Denver Startup Week team, as well as all of you guys, to let us share our passion and for having you becoming connected with us. If you have any questions at all, please send them in the chat and we will get back to you right as we can. Thank you so much for attending our presentation, and we cannot wait to get connected with you.
Thank you all so much. We appreciate